Hello, 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 amigos.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening to
Vaughn Radio.
This is Vaughn Radio. Welcome to the show with no name. It's time for Liftoff. 9, 8. Sing it.
6, 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
0. Ignition. Liftoff.
Figaro.
Liftoff. 30 minutes after the hour.
A musical liftoff. Let's go. Hold on to your hats. We're off.
Get ready. Hold on to your hats. Strap on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hats. Get ready. Live. The show with no name time.
On Vaughn Radio.
It's the show with no name. Let's go.
That's right. Welcome aboard, amigos. You can tell it's Friday. There's that energy in the air, that oomph. I love that word, oomph. O-O-M-P-H, oomph, energía. There's a certain oomph in the air. I can feel it. I know you guys can feel it too. Once again, thanks for joining us every day here on the show with no name. Learning, laughing, sharing, making friends. Show with no namers, you rock. A magical crew that comes together every day. Show with no namers around the world, unite. And a special shout out to those of you who don't tune in live. I know you don't get as much protagonism, but it's not about that. This is not even about my protagonism. I don't want to be the protagonist. You're English in general. Fun. Those are the protagonists. You guys are the protagonists. But even if you listen to us, via podcast, or you listen later on, or you watch on YouTube, there's no wrong way to listen to Vaughn Radio and the show with no name. Folks, it's an absolute pleasure to have you with us, and I hope you guys are ready to rock in our first section, Pop Quiz. Come on, quiz. Come on. Pop quiz. Hands up. Pop quiz. Let's go. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Yeah. Let's go. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. That's right, folks. It's our pop quiz, and today's pop quiz is coming straight out of my fourth book. You know it as English on the Go. Aprende inglés viajando por el mundo. And where are we going today on our epic adventure? We're going to Washington, D.C., baby! That's right. We're going to Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States of America. And we're going to give you guys some translations right from this chapter. If you don't have the book, you can pick it up at the Von Tienda. Yeah. Along with many other amazing materials to help you learn English and have fun. Damn it. I mean, really, if we're learning English and we're not having fun, we're doing it wrong. So all of these translations are coming out of English on the Go. It's a great book with audio. You've heard maybe a week or two ago, I played some audio for you in Melbourne with the lovely Tosh Pasqua. So all of our books, aside from having the pronunciation written in the book, the way you would pronounce it in Spanish, there's another thing that they have, and that's audio. And that's key. That's everything. All right. But since I'm here, I'm going to read it for you. So just make sure you can pronounce it the way I did. All right. We're going to do a couple different translations from this chapter. The first one, we're going to look at the word commute. All right? The word commute. I'm sure you guys have heard it. We've looked at it before. A commuter is somebody who goes to and from work or school every day, right? Another way to say rush hour is commuter hour, right? So here we go with the first challenge. I'm going to give you a bunch of sentences here, and they're all related. So these are all related to commuting and being a commuter. All right. Él se desplaza 3 horas al día para ir al trabajo. I can think of a couple different ways to say it. Él se desplaza 3 horas al día para ir al trabajo. All right. The first thing that comes to mind is using 3 hours as an adjective. But then we got to get rid of that S. So in that case, he has a 3-hour commute to work. He has a 3-hour commute to work. No es 3 hours, porque en este caso es adjetivo. You can also say he commutes, como verbo, he commutes 3 hours to work. You could say to and from, back and forth. All right. Mi desplazamiento matutino es de 20 minutos. O se tarda 20 minutos. My morning commute takes 20 minutes. That's right. Are you getting them right? Nice job. All right. Now I want to look at on purpose and by accident. On purpose. Notice they're different prepositions. I did it on purpose. I did it by accident. Let's see. No lo hice aposta. How would you tell somebody that? No lo hice aposta. I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose. Y si afirmamos, I did it on purpose. I did it on purpose. And if we turn it into a question, did you do it on purpose? No, I didn't do it on, no es purpose, purpose. Listen, I didn't do it on purpose. I did it by accident. All right, that's a way to practice the two over there. Okay, here's one with both of them in it, just to see if you got it. No me digas que fue sin querer. Yo sé que lo hiciste aposta. No me digas que fue sin querer. Yo sé que no lo hiciste aposta. All right, don't tell me it was done by accident, right? Using the passive voice. I know you did it on purpose. Fíjate como uno la palabra did it. I know you did it on purpose. On purpose by accident. So look, we've already looked at a few lessons and we're only on the first page of the chapter. Here's another lesson. Again, this is the Washington, D.C. chapter of English on the Go. Aprende Inglés Viajando por el Mundo, my fourth book, available at the Von Tienda. Here's another one, a very extremely common pronunciation mistake. Community? Did you say community? Nope. Did you say uniform? Nope. Did you say union? No. No. Community. La U a veces en inglés es you, como tú. Let's practice these. Community. Many of you know I have an amazing online curious community on Patreon, right? And those are my students who get bonus content, bonus episodes of FYI, and much, much more. So there you have it in context. I have an amazing, curious community. The next one, Cupid. Does that one ring a bell? Cupid. Cupido? I always put the, I think it's Cupido or Cupido. Yeah, Cupido. Cupid. Hablando de no saber pronunciarlo. The next one, uniform. Uniform. Fuel. ¿Cómo se pronuncia fuel en inglés? Fuel. Fuel. Otra vez tiene el U. Community. Fuel. Cupid. Uniform. You. All right. And we're going to look at one more lesson from this chapter. This is page 162. We are at the nation's capital. Also, remember, there's an FYI episode where I take you to Washington, D.C. as well. So much free, amazing content available, and it's all at your fingertips. I think it's a tu alcance. All right. So here we go then. How do you say invito yo? I invite? Nope. It's not I invite. It's my treat or it's on me. It's my treat or it's on me. Let's see if you got it. Invitaste tú la última vez. Como si fuera anoche la última vez. Invitaste tú la última vez. It was on you last time. You treated last time. It was your treat last time. But we don't say you invited, right? So, it was on you last time. Eso es cuando el amigo te dice, hey, buddy, it's on me. Y tú te acuerdas específicamente. You remember that your friend paid last time. Your friend treated last time. Es darte una sorpresa, a treat, un gusto. So, invitaste tú. Think of this one. It's on the house. Eso es como si dice, invita a la casa. Pues invito yo, it's on me. ¿Ves? Es cambiar house por mí. So, it was on you last time. Invitaste tú la última vez. Here's another one. Just to make sure you've got it. We're going to hit it home. Me han dado un aumento. Dijo nadie nunca. Me han dado un aumento. Invito yo a esta ronda. All right. I got a raise. I got a raise. I see some of you put, I got a rise. That's fine too. It's British. So to get a raise, American English, raíces se escribe. And to get a rise, a pay rise, sin la A, is British. So I got a raise. Yo soy americano. So I say, I got a raise. This round is on me. This round, eso es lo mismo, esta ronda. This round is on me. All right, and the last one, to make sure you got this, y puedes ahora este verano invitar a alguien, you can treat somebody at a beach hut. ¿Qué es a beach hut? Pues si Pizza Hut es el chiringuito de la pizza, well then a beach hut es el chiringuito de la playa, right? Of course, in a logical world. So here we go. ¡Qué majos! Invitaron a todo. I know we all want to say this one, huh? Not just in an example in our English class, but it would be nice to really say this in life, you know? ¡Qué majos! How would you say that? Remember, that's another thing about the books, the same as the show with no name. You'll learn native English, what we would say. ¡Qué majos! ¡Qué majos! How nice. How kind. Yo diría nice, pero los dos son iguales. Invitaron a todo. Everything was on them. Everything was on them. So, folks, if you want to learn all kinds of interesting concepts, you've got English on the go and so many other amazing books, and they're all available over at the Von Tienda, vontienda.com. And if what you're looking for is more information about courses and things like that, you can go to our website. It's grupovon.com. You can also give us a call. It's 911-3858-31, my amigos. And don't forget, you've got to follow along on social media. But it's time to move on right now to a section where we listen to a famous person speaking, and you guys have to be little detectives. It's the Say What soundbite. Say what? What? That's right, amigos. Say What soundbite only on the show with no name. You're going to hear a famous person speaking right now, and you have to tell me what you heard. But you got to tell me in your best English possible. And by the end of the show, I want you to give me word for word what you heard. All right, is everybody ready? Everybody grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, and get ready to write this down. Ready to rock? Here we go.
Jack, it's time you and I had a talk. Just the two of us. Now hear this. What's all this about you running away? Don't you know when the going gets tough, the tough get going? So you fail, big deal. Look at me. I failed almost everything I've ever tried.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's your Say What soundbite for the first time. I'm going to give it to you a second time right now, and then we'll let it sink in. To let it sink in is dejar que lo asimiléis. Odio el vosotros. Well, either way, here's the Say What soundbite for the second time.
Jack, it's time you and I had a talk. Just the two of us. Now hear this. What's all this about you running away? Don't you know when the going gets tough, the tough get going? So you fail, big deal. Look at me. I failed almost everything I've ever tried.
All right, amigos, there you go. There's your Say What soundbite. While you're thinking it over, let's move on to our Spelling Bee.
Spelling Bee.
Spelling bee. Spelling bee. Spelling bee. Spelling bee.
That's right, amigos. It's our spelling bee only on the show with no name. And you know how this works. I'm going to give you a list of words. And today you've got a bonus word. You've got 7 words. So this is a super tough say what? No, it's not say what. Spelling bee. Good luck. I know someone's going to get it. At least I'm going to bet 2 of you are going to figure it out. Here's round 1. Oh, and these must be capitalized as well. The first one is INTERNATIONAL space 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 STATION. The second one is GOLDEN space GATE space BRIDGE. The third one, CHANNEL space TUNNEL. The fourth one is BURJ space KHALIFA. The fifth one is GREAT space WALL. The sixth one is HOOVER space DAM. And the last one, the seventh one, is MILLAU space VIADUCT. Whoa, I'm going to need to take a break there. That was a lot of letters there. Hopefully somebody was able to figure them out after that first listen. Let's see. I can't wait too long. I'll tell you why. Just because, as I see here, we've got about 3 minutes before we have to go to a commercial break. So we're going to give you about 20, 30 seconds, and then we're going to do round 2. In fact, in that 20, 30 seconds, I'm going to take a sip of my water. Yeah, well, sometimes it's hard. You're talking, and you can't find a moment to take a sip. And in the summer, I notice that your throat, your voice gets drier because of the heat. So I would say now, I drink currently today already. I've drunk 4 liters of water. All right, I'm pissing myself all over the place here, but hey, it comes with the territory. All right, round 2. The first word is INTERNATIONAL space 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 STATION. The second one is GOLDEN space GATE space BRIDGE. The third one is CHANNEL space TUNNEL. The fourth one is BURJ space KHALIFA. The fifth one is GREAT space WALL. The sixth one is HOOVER space DAM. And the last one is MILLAU space VIADUCT. Folks, we'll be right back with much more Show with No Name. We're going to take a look at these 7 wonders. Well, the 7 engineering wonders of the modern world. We'll be right back. Stick around.
Homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It's Homophones, where we tend to look at some tricky words here on the show with no name, but I know you guys are going to be able to figure these words out. Some of you might even be familiar with them. If not, don't worry, because you will be familiar with them by the end of today's show. And actually, by the end of the section. in just a few minutes. Like by the end of today's show. No, in just a moment. All right, let's take a look at these words over here. The first word is interesting. It's let's see okay. It's something that you get when you got an infection and a wound, okay, una herida. You can have this stuff that comes out of it, okay? You say pus, okay? Pus in Spanish. So it is something that comes out of a wound, okay? Pus, you say in Spanish. It's a weird word, isn't it? All right. And the second word is another way of saying a cat. Okay? So, first word is the thing that comes out of a blister, por ejemplo, una ampolla. If you have a blister and you pop it, this will come out of it. Eso es la primera palabra. The second word is another way to say gatito. Okay? De hecho, hay un personaje muy famoso de Shrek, el in Boots. Okay? By Antonio Banderas. Okay? Don't get catty with me. Catty is like, mal, you know, if you're catty. Espera, te lo explico. Catty. All right, enough. Stop meowing. Malicioso. Malvado. Malintencionado. Stop being catty. Seriously. All right, so it's another way to say a cat. So we've got two words now. The first one was the word pus in Espanol, the thing that oozes out of a blister, right? It's not a really nice thing to talk about, but hey, want to know if you know how to pronounce it, if you know the word. And the second word is another way, a cute way of saying a little kitty cat. I just gave you kitty cat. There's another one. Fill in the blank here. In Boots. Si habéis visto la película, then you'll definitely know it. Also, here's your Say What soundbite for the third time. Please write down what you hear.
Jack, it's time you and I had a talk. Just the two of us. Now hear this. What's all this about you running away? Don't you know when the going gets tough, the tough get going? So you fail. Big deal. Look at me. I failed almost everything I've ever tried.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely there's a laugh track going on there. So it sounds like it's something from a sitcom, situational comedy. I can give you a clue. No, pero eso no te dice mucho. I freaking love this show. Like, I would religiously, this was the first show where I was like, I don't want to miss an episode. And now I could care less about, I really don't have time to watch too much, but I'm busy creating my own content. Really. I'm content creating my own content. Content creating my own content. All right. So looking at words that may or may not sound the same, let's go over to our homophones. A lot of people are saying the words sound the same. A few people are saying they don't sound the same. Well, there's just one way to settle this once and for all. I'm going to say the two words. The first word is don't pop your blister or you're going to get pus everywhere. Pus. You say pus. So sounds kind of similar. Lleva una S igual, right? But it's not pronounced exactly the same. You say pus, we say pus, right? Oh, man, there's pus coming out of your blister. Está saliendo pus de tu ampolla. Okay? Pus. Say it with me. Really important that if there's any part of the show where you say this stuff aloud, it's got to be here. Okay? So, pus. Don't touch it. The pus is going to come out. Pus. Okay. The second word, puss. Pus, puss. Do they sound the same? No freaking way. Nice job to all of you who said that they're not homophones. Nope. Not at all. Not at all, folks. Now, let's look at these words. I figure we have to look at this. I don't want to, but we're going to do it. We'll get it out of the way. Okay, so the first one, pus. Pus is pus y no tiene mucho más. The second word, puss, comes from pussycat. Well, what comes from pussy, which comes from pussycat. Now, I don't want to pussyfoot around. What? To pussyfoot around is andar con tiento, andar con cuidado. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. Pussy is not a nice way. You wouldn't say that in front of your mother to call the vagina. Okay. Also, if somebody is like a fraidy cat, un miedica, you would say, oh man, no, I don't recommend it. But you hear somebody, don't be a puss. Don't be a pussy. That's the same as saying, don't be flojo, right? Again, I don't agree with using this vocabulary, but I do believe you need to know it. Okay? So that's why I'm not pussyfooting around. Guess what? Es pie y chocho. Because if you say the word pussy in the United States, nobody's going to think of a cat. Okay? I'm telling you right now, they're going to think of just one thing. Somebody who's afraid of everything in their own shadow, or the female reproductive organ. So just, I didn't want to pussyfoot around and let you know that. But yeah, Puss in Boots is his name. So that comes from Pussycat. And you know it from Tom Jones. What's new, Pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's new, Pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. So excellent job, amigos. You guys are kicking butt. That was a really tough one. Let's go on over to our spelling bee, where, as I said, we were looking at the 7 modern engineering marvels. And if you guys didn't know, there's an FYI episode on the 7 wonders. We talk about the 7 original wonders, but we also talk about we talk a little bit about everything. And as always, the idea is to teach you a little English along the way. So if you haven't listened to that episode, unfortunately, unless you're in my curious community, you don't have access to that bonus episode. But you can always give the first one a listen, my amigos. And you know what? While we look at these wonders, these engineering marvels, let's get a beat. All right. Now, the reason I chose these is, why not? Interesting stuff. But also, I mean, that's why I did an FYI episode too. 2 episodes, because I thought it was interesting. And although I can't take the credit, a shout out to my student in my community, Edgar. He's an interstellar student at the highest level. So great job, Edgar. It's a very popular episode. Lots of downloads. So today, in the year 356 BC, before Christ, we've got BC, and then we've got AD, Anno Domini, in the year of our Lord. So yeah, you've got we're going to rewind, go way back to 356 BC. I mean, that's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I don't know how Star Wars got in there. But the Temple of Artemis in Ephesus. Hombre, me ha costado mucho pronunciar todo eso. No ahora, cuando hice el capítulo de FYI. So the Temple of Artemis in Ephesus, one of the 7 wonders of the original 7 wonders, was destroyed by arson. And that was one thing that really blew my mind when I was preparing that FYI episode. Most of the original 7 wonders of the world were destroyed by Mother Nature, by the forces of nature. So that's pretty crazy when you think about it. And the 7 wonders, in case you didn't know them, again, you can listen to it in depth in the FYI episode on the 7 wonders. The 7 wonders of the ancient world You've got the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt. You've got the Colossus of Rhodes. Then you've got the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the Lighthouse of Alexandria, the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus. También me ha costado la vida. The statue of Zeus. You say Theos, we say Zeus. The statue of Zeus at Olympia. And the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, which is near present-day Seluk. I don't know if I pronounced that right. In Turkey, in Turkey. So those are the 7 wonders of the ancient world. But I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wait a second, but those weren't the ones in the spelling bee. No, because in the spelling bee, I decided we could take a look at the 7 wonders of the engineering world. The first one, ISS. The International Space Station, ISS. Let's see, what can I tell you about it? Not too much. I mean, that's why it's in space. It's the unknown. The second one, the Golden Gate Bridge. The Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. I've been there. Lovely. I haven't done an episode on it yet, but I have done an episode on the Brooklyn Bridge. Hey, it's closer to my heart. Then we've got the Channel Tunnel. So our first one was in space. Our second one is in California, in San Francisco. And the third one is in Europe. It is the Eurotunnel, you call it. El túnel bajo el Canal de la Mancha. I didn't know you guys called it El Canal de la Mancha. I thought that was quite interesting. The Channel Tunnel, it's called. The Channel, they call it. Eurotunnel o el túnel, porque mezclan la palabra channel and tunnel. So yes, we've got the Golden Gate Bridge. Then we've got the Channel Tunnel or the Channel. Then you've got in fourth place, the Burj Khalifa, located in Dubai. Currently, the tallest building in the world. Number 5 is the Great Wall. You don't even have to say of China. You know, when you think of the Great Wall, it's China, definitely. I've never been there. It's on my bucket list, though. Seems like an amazing place. I mean, not all of China. I don't mean the big congested cities, but, you know, walking along that wall and, I mean, it's a huge wall. So I guess it depends on what season, because if it's freezing or if it's hot. Kyle Miller can tell you about that. I know he's gone to the Great Wall of China. And then you've got the Hoover Dam. And I know you don't give a damn about the Hoover Dam. Well, dam es presa, D-A-M. And dam es maldito, D-A-M-N. Sin embargo, la N es muda. So they sound the same. The damn dam. La maldita presa. The damn dam. The Hoover Dam, which is located in the United States. I'm sure you've seen it in many, many movies. It is beautiful. I got to say that. And yeah, it was built throughout the Great Depression. And it's got its own city known as Boulder City, where the workers, the 21,000 workers, worked on that damn dam. I can't stop. 'Cause I can't stop. And I won't stop. 'Cause I can't stop. Well, yeah, I'm going to stop. But when we get to the 7th one, which is right now. The Millau Viaduct. I was going to say it in French. But, of course, pardon my French. I do not speak French. The Millau or Millau That's a good question. We should ask our French friends. This is an aqueduct that goes through the south of France. And it's crazy because it just cuts right through this like amazing green landscape of rolling hills. And then you've got just this amazing viaduct. It's pretty cool, to be honest. And it's part of one of their highway systems there. So you can go from Paris to Béziers, I don't know if I pronounced it, and Montpellier. Okay. They built it over 3 years, and it was formally inaugurated in 2004. So there you go, folks, your 7 engineering wonders. And now it's time for Name That Movie. Name That Movie. That's right, amigos. It's Name That Movie only on the show with no name, and we don't have too much time, so we are going to go right into it today with our Name That Movie. Here we go, amigos. Chris Nielsen dies in an accident. Chris Nielsen, ¿te suena? Does it ring a bell? Chris Nielsen dies in an accident and enters heaven, el cielo. But when he discovers that his beloved wife, Annie, has killed herself out of grief over the loss, he embarks on an afterlife adventure to reunite with her. Oh, wow. Beautiful. So, Chris Nielsen dies in an accident and enters heaven. But when he discovers that his beloved wife, querida, Annie, has killed herself out of grief, se mató, se suicidó por grief. And grief is tristeza, pena, aflicción, dolor, right? She killed herself out of grief over the loss, la pérdida. Apunta, por favor. Lose, perder, L-O-S-E, verbo. Lost, perdido, adjetivo, L-O-S-T. Loss, pérdida, L-O-S-S, sustantivo. And the last one, loose, suelto, L-O-O-S-E, adjetivo. Please don't mix up those words. All right, let's see. We've got some people who figured it out. It's What Dreams May Come. What Dreams May Come. And I'll finish off the trailer. He embarks on an afterlife adventure. Okay, to embark is emprender, on an afterlife adventure to reunite with her. And this was a beautiful movie. I got to be honest. I remember it. It came out in 1998. It stars Robin Williams, Cuba Gooding Jr., and Annabella Sciorra. Annabella, I don't know if I pronounced her name right. But excellent movie, beautiful movie. Let's take a look at the scene that I've chosen here. Chris Nielsen says, there's a man Ian never got to know. Hay un hombre que Ian, que es un nombre muy común en inglés, never got to know, nunca llegó a conocer. He never got to know. The man he was growing up to be. El hombre que él estaba llegando a ser, to grow up to be. He's a good looking, es lo mismo que attractive. You can use it for male or female. He's a good looking, clear-eyed fella. Clear-eyed. Okay, como con mucha esperanza en los ojos. And fella, no, la palabra es fellow, pero yo nunca lo he dicho así. For he's a jolly good fella, so fella. Es como se dice en mi país. He's a good-looking, clear-eyed fella, about 25. I can see him. Le veo. He's the type of guy men want to be around. Es el tipo de tío que hombres se quieren rodear de él. because he has integrity, you know? Tiene integridad, que es honesto, es honrado. He has character. Careful, same word, but you pronounce carácter. We say character. He has character, and you can't fake that. Y eso no se puede falsificar. And he's a guy women want to be around too. Y las mujeres quieren estar cerca de él también, because there's tenderness in him. Tenderness, ternura, respect, respeto, loyalty, lealtad, and courage. Y es un hombre valiente. And women respond to that. Les gusta, responden a eso, ¿no? Es algo que les motiva. It makes him a terrific husband. Not, I know a lot of people hear this word and they say, terror? No, terrific es excelente. So, a terrific husband, this guy, I see him as a father. Le veo como padre. That's where he really shines. Eso es donde él brilla de verdad. See, when he looks in his kid's eyes, we say to look in somebody's eyes. Mirarle los ojos. When he looks in his kid's eyes, and that kid knows that his dad really, really sees him, que le ve, de verdad. He sees who he is. Then that child knows, ese niño sabe, that he is an amazing person. He's quite a guy. Quite of is bastante, es un hombre genial. He's quite a guy. He's a hell of a guy. He goes, he's quite a guy that I'll never get to meet, que nunca llegaré a conocer. Ojo con el verbo, he oído errores con la conjugación. Meet, met, met. Y al final dice, I wish I had. Ojalá le hubiese conocido. The movie is What Dreams May Come. And I think I said this on a previous show, and I think you guys will agree with me. Robin Williams was not just an amazing comic actor. He was probably one of the greatest serious, dramatic actors out there as well. Hey, IMO, in my opinion. Folks, we'll be right back with the third part of today's show. If I were you guys, I wouldn't even think of going anywhere. Stick around.
Give it up. Double, double trouble. I said double, double trouble. Double, double trouble. I said double, double trouble.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You know it. It's Double Trouble only on the show with no name. And as always, this is sometimes, you know what? This isn't like the spelling bee. The spelling bee's always tough, right? But the Double Trouble section kind of depends on the vocabulary because, all right, the spelling bee too, but to a lesser extent, I would say. All right, here we go. Are you guys listos? Ready? Okay, here it is. Estamos listos. Silencio en el plató. I did that on purpose, pero no va a ser ready, ¿no? Bueno, no sé. Lo dejo en vuestras manos. Estamos listos. Silencio en el plató. So you're a stage manager, or I don't know, maybe you're a director. Or maybe you just like ordering people around. Bossing people around is your thing, you know? So, estamos listos. Silencio en el plató. That is today's Double Trouble. You have to use the same word twice. We're rolling. All right. Pero por eso se llaman flicks, películas. Yeah. Netflix se llama flick por esa bobina. Cuando acaba, look, flick, 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 flick. Ah, I love it when things make sense. Of course. All right. Also, you need to listen to our Say What soundbite for the 4th time.
Jack, it's time you and I had a talk. Just the two of us. Now hear this. What's all this about you running away? Don't you know when the going gets tough, the tough get going? So you fail. Big deal. Look at me. I failed almost everything I've ever tried.
All right, amigos. There you go. That is your Say What soundbite for the 4th time. We're going to take a look at the answer to that in a little bit. And we looked at the word treat before, right? Like it's my treat, invito yo. Well, today I've got a little treat for all of you. A little treat. It's summertime, so I decided to prepare a little something that I'm going to share with you guys. But not yet. Not yet. Wait for it. Let's take a look at our Double Trouble and see if anybody got it. Estamos listos. Silencio en el plató. Let's see. Estamos listos. We're all set. Good job. If you put we're all set, you got it already. You're halfway there. Like Bon Jovi. We're halfway there. Oh. So estamos listos. We're all set. You can say we're set. But you know how I would say it? We're all set. You all set? So ready is the word that they teach everybody, but that's not the one we use. Yeah, we do. De hecho, ready, set, go. Los británicos, ready, steady, go. So para nosotros, ready es sinónimo de set. So ready, set, go. We're all set. Estamos listos. Estamos servidos también puede ser. We're all set. Okay, Alberto, do you want some more coffee? I'm all set. Yo estoy, ¿no? Servido. I'm all, también contexto, como siempre. Set tiene muchísimos usos. Muchísimos, right? If you paint something, you got to wait for the paint to set. You got to, again, there's a lot of meanings. And one of the great things about this verb, poner la alarma, por ejemplo. Every day, I set my alarm. Yesterday, I set my alarm. And lately, I've set my alarm. Isn't that awesome? It's always set, just like the verb put. Put is another one that doesn't conjugate. All right. So the first part's easy. I think we're all set here. Estamos listos. We're all set. Silencio en el plató. Quiet on the set. Now, I notice some people put silence over here. It works. I get it. But guess what? Las frases hechas no se tocan. So it's not quiet on, or it's not quiet on the stage. It's quiet on the set. Es frase hecha. It's like lights, camera, action. Que de hecho no dicen eso. Dicen, okay, rolling, sync. No me acuerdo de las frases, pero it's not like lights, camera, action. So we're all set. Estamos listos. We're all set. Quiet on the set. There's your double trouble. Excellent job, amigos. Wonderful job. You guys are all set, I think, for our next section, and that's You're Joking.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, what did the guy say when he walked into the bar? Ouch. Ouch. You get it? Ouch. He walked into the bar.
You're joking. That's right, amigos. That's right. You're joking. Only on the show with no name. Here's where we take a look at some of the funniest jokes you've ever heard in your whole life. And obviously, I'm joking. All right, here we go, folks. We were talking about cats before, right? Any cat lovers in the house? I got to be honest. I don't want to say I dislike cats, but I would. All right, leave me alone. Stop it. See? Oh, man. Don't kill me, cat people. Please don't kill me. I'm a dog person. It doesn't mean I dislike cats, but I don't exactly like them either. I think they're little devils. No, I'm joking. I've met some amazing cats, but usually somebody's, a dog or a cat person. I'm a dog person. Okay, so why do cats always get their way? Okay, this is a very good structure to know if you don't know it. Why do cats always get their way? Because they are very persuasive. Persuasive? You get it? They're very persuasive. Well, persuasive, you understand, right? Que saben persuadir a la gente, saben convencer, no? They can convince somebody, they can persuade. So if you're persuasive, you can persuade somebody to think something. It's like a form of manipulation, or, trying to have somebody see it your way, de tu manera, right? So, you get it? Anybody? Why do cats always get their way? ¿Por qué siempre se salen con la suya? Because they're very persuasive. Estoy poniendo énfasis y todo. Persuasive. Well, if you take the beginning of that word, persuasive, P-E-R, it sounds like per, P-U-R-R. And P-U-R-R, you know how I learned that word? Per, the word per, in Spanish? At a club, en una discoteca, en Almería. Como ronea, delante el novio pa' que la vea. Como ronea, delante el novio pa'. And I remember, with my drink in hand over there, my beer, my cousin Fran, and I was like, Fran, what is he saying? Ronea? What is that thing he's saying? And he goes, ronronear. I'm like, don't make me say it twice. I thought it was ronea, but it's ronronea. Oh my God. So it's to purr. So he says what a cat does. I said, meow? And he goes, no, the other one. The purr. Well, we talk about an engine too, no? Como sheep, or somebody who whispers in a soft, hello, handsome. She purred in my ear. Oh boy. So you like it now? They're very persuasive. That's why they always get their way. Well, hey, cats are perfectionists. All right. I got another one for you. Why was the cat afraid of the tree? Okay, you can say scared of or afraid of. Okay, pero fijaos, la D se une con el of. Scared of, que suena como asusta, paloma blanca. Scared of. So, fijaos siempre en eso, porque es tan importante. The syntax is how we put things together. Why was the cat afraid of? Porque no digo afraid of, porque eso siempre va junto, entonces lo tenemos que unir. Porque si no, vamos a trabajar cada vez que tenemos que llegar ahí, hacer la lengua trabajar. So why was the cat scared of or afraid of? Quiero que lo pronunciéis como mí. La D con el of. Why was the cat afraid of the tree? Easy. Because of its bark. No. Because of its bark? Well, bark is what a dog does. We already looked at meow and purr. Well, we can't leave out the dogs. Dogs bark, right? And we have the expression, you're barking up the wrong tree. Te equivocas tomándolo conmigo. Yo no tengo nada que ver. You're barking, no, te estás ladrando al árbol equivocado. But don't worry, somebody who barks up the wrong tree, usually their bark is worse than their bite. Perro mordedor, you know, his bark is worse than his bite. Okay, but what does it have to do with trees? Well, bark is also the covering on the outside of the tree. You say corteza. So you get it now? Why was the cat afraid of the tree? Because of its bark? Su ladrido, su corteza. Okay, all right. Well, hey, we got two idiomatic expressions out of that one as well. All right, last one, I promise. Where do cats always fly out of when they travel? So what airport do cats usually fly out of when they travel? ¿De dónde salen cuando van de viaje? You give up? Easy, guys. They fly out of Kitty Hawk. Kitty Hawk? No? Did anybody get it? Here, kitty, 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 miso, miso. So we just looked at a lot of different ways to say this. We've got kitty cat, cat, pussy cat, puss. I'm trying to think. And kitty, we just said as well. Well, Kitty Hawk is the famous place where the Wright brothers first flew the Wright Flyer. It's in North Carolina. It's a beautiful beach in North Carolina called Kitty Hawk. But Kitty Hawk, where do they fly out of? Kitty, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Y fijaos, americanos, la T suena como una D. So the same, my kitty loves kitties. So her kitties, te lo pongo en otro. Her kitties, sus niños, sus chavalines, her kitties love kitties. En inglés americano, esos son homófonos. But folks, it's not time for homophones, not now. It's time for a celebration of sorts. It's famous birthday trivia.
Birthdays for you. Birthdays for me. Birthdays for everyone on the show with no name. Oi, oi, oi. Birthdays for him. Birthdays for her. Birthdays for everyone on the show with no name.
That's right, folks. It's famous birthdays only on the show with no name. And the first person's name is Gato. I guess that's why we were talking about cats so much. Now, that's not his real name. That's his stage name. But this guy has three names. Okay, so his given name when he was born, Stephen Dimitri Georgiou, okay, who was born today in 1948. Nobody knows him as that. Nobody. Then he converted to Islam, and he changed his name to Yusuf Islam, which is very literal. But I don't know him as that either. Some of his greatest songs, Ooh, Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world, and it's hard to get by just upon a smile. Father and Son, that's one of the most beautiful songs ever. Moon Shadow, Peace Train, Morning Has Broken. What's another one? One of my favorite songs ever. If you want a song that'll put you in a good mood, oh, I can't keep it in. I can't keep it in. I've got to let it out. I've got to show the world. World's got to see all the love that's in me. I said, oh, I walk alone. Beautiful song. Excellent artist. You can listen to his greatest hits and you won't be disappointed. Number 2, this person was born in 1951. So he would have been the same age as my mom. Hubiese tenido la misma edad, but he passed in 2014. We all know him as probably one of the funniest yet best dramatic actors out there. And he was found dead in 2014. They diagnosed the cause of death was suicide. But you know this guy from Popeye to Good Will Hunting to Dead Poets Society to The Fisher King to Good Morning Vietnam to Flubber to Aladdin to Patch Adams, Awakenings, Despertares, what a great movie that is, and What Dreams May Come. Today's Name That Movie. And last but not least, this guy was born in 1924, an American actor and screenwriter. He rose to fame on the Andy Griffith Show. Now, I got to be honest, this is a show that was very big in my parents' generation, okay? But I remember everybody talking about it, but I never, it wasn't popular when I was a kid. It was a 1960s sitcom, and he earned 5 Emmy Awards. I got to know this actor for playing the role of Ralph Furley on Three's Company. Come and knock on our door. It's a strange rendezvous where the kisses are hers and his. Three's Company too. Do. All right, let's see. We've got it, ladies and gentlemen. Number 1, Cat Stevens. Number 2, Robin Williams. And number 3, Don Knotts. And this is Don Knotts playing Mr. Furley in Three's Company. I loved this show. And Mr. Furley, I mean, even when he didn't speak, he made funny faces. Let's hear what he said. He says, Jack, it's time you and I had a talk. Es hora de que tú y yo hablamos. And just picture his eyes popping out of his head when he says this. Just the two of us. Nosotros dos. Now hear this. Me vas a escuchar. What's all this about you running away? Because the roommates, the girls, just told him that he's leaving. And he's the landlord, el casero. What's all this about you running away? ¿Qué es lo que me cuentan sobre que tú te huyes? And he says, don't you know, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Que es una expresión buenísima. When the going gets tough, cuando la cosa se pone difícil, los duros se ponen en marcha. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. He goes, so you failed. ¿Y qué? Has fracasado. Big deal. ¿Y qué es la gran cosa? Look at me. Mírame a mí. I failed almost everything I've ever tried. And then cue the laugh track. So let's hear birthday boy Don Knotts playing the laughable Mr. Furley.
Jack, it's time you and I had a talk. Just the two of us. Now hear this. What's all this about you running away? Don't you know when the going gets tough, the tough get going? So you fail. Big deal. Look at me. I failed almost everything I've ever tried.
All right, folks, and it's time for Name That Lyric.
Hi, hello, Alberto. I think the song is... No? Sorry, bye.
Name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric only on the show with no name. The show with no name, the show with no name. Name that lyric only on the show with no name. The show with no name, the show with no name. It's name that lyric only on the show with no name. That's right, folks. That's right. It's Name That Lyric only on the Show with No Name, and I'll give it to you because we're going to go to a quick commercial break in just a moment. It's Wild World by Cat Stevens. And what a beautiful, beautiful song. Excellent song. If you haven't heard it, just check out Cat Stevens' greatest hits, and you're welcome. They're not excellent. Some of you might already be familiar. So he says in the lyrics here, now that I've lost everything to you, ahora que he perdido todo a ti. Now that I've lost everything to you, you say you want to start something new. Dice que quieres comenzar algo nuevo. And it's breaking my heart, you're leaving. Baby, I'm grieving. And it's breaking my heart, you're leaving. Me rompe el corazón, me destroza que te vas. And baby, I'm grieving. And to grieve is estar de luto. Apenarse, right? Baby, I'm grieving. But if you want to leave, si quieres irte, take good care. Cuídate bien. I hope you have a lot of nice things to wear. Espero que tengas mucha ropa bonita para ponerte. I hope you have a lot of nice things to wear. But then a lot of nice things turn bad out there. Pero muchas cosas bonitas se vuelven malas, se pudren. They go bad out there. Turn bad out there. And then the chorus, el estribillo, and you might know this part. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. Es un mundo salvaje, loco. It's hard to get by just upon a smile. Es difícil salir del paso, apañarte con una sola sonrisa. To get by, great vocabulary. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. And I always remember you like a child girl. And we're going to sing it together now. So I want you guys to look up the lyrics. And as I said before, I have a special treat for my amigos. Since today we looked at the 7 wonders, we looked at the 7 engineering wonders, I decided to make the bonus episode of FYI on the 7 wonders available today only, because I'm not going to make it available on the platform. It's going to be available today only here on the Show with No Name. So if you're already in my community, awesome. Then you know it. You've already heard it, but I'm sure you'll continue to learn from it again. And folks, as we go to our commercial break, I want you to sing along with me. This is just a tremendous song, and I'll try not to get choked up. Intento no emocionarme. La 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 la